What's up, fam? Bored again. It's Friday. It's Friday afternoon, and I'm bored. And no one has texted me to see if I want to go out to a bar tonight on them. And I do have friends and family in this town that are supposedly listening in right now. Um, so yeah, my friends are thinking of like free things for me to do. And we're like, why don't you go to AA meetings? So I might try an AA meeting today. I haven't checked the schedule or whatever. And then I'll try to go to like Catholic church this weekend. I really love Catholic church, even though clearly it's fake. It's fake. I'm God and not Jesus. I mean, I'm pretty sure Jesus is called the Son of God, and he is the Son of God, and I'm God. So in that way, it's real. But and maybe I can like take like extra cups at mass, and I can get like drunk at mass or something. That would be nice. I could just like take 3 cups instead of one. They won't notice, right? They won't know. They won't say anything. Oh, that's God. She's allowed to do that. Just give me the freaking altar wine, assholes. There's probably maybe some like meetup. I don't know. I'll have to check meetup and see if there's any like free events in like Burlington. I'll have to check to see. So, because I am bored as fuck and none of my fucking asshole friends want to come over my goddamn house and take fucking care of me. And my poor cousin is losing his shit, you know. Ian is pretty cool. Let's see, what did I do this morning? I woke up. I bummed 2 cigarettes yesterday. Well, I was going to tell you guys about yesterday. I wish I was drunk on a yacht right now with preferably a flat stomach because I fucking hate this pooch belly. But um, it's just a small pooch, but it's still a pooch, and I'm trying not to work out that much. I woke up at like 4 a.m. and I was like, I have to brush my teeth. Alyssa, stop. You don't have any money. We have to take care of you. I'm pretty sure that's a true statement. um, okay, so who am I folding? Okay, there's like so much to talk about, and it's like, ugh, oh my god, I can't believe I have to talk about all this stuff. And like, I don't have any helpers yet online, like saying like, hey, I'm Alyssa's helper, and like, now I'm gonna talk about it. I mean, you guys know what I mean. Let me over explain it. Okay, so where to start? Where to start? Let's see. Let's start with we're all connected on the quantum realm. I want to say hearing my mom laugh on the loudspeaker started in '02. If you're, I want to know your fucking name. If you're saying hearing me laugh over the loudspeaker started in 2002, I need your fucking name. Is it Cameron Diaz? Probably is Cameron Diaz. Okay, where to start, you guys? What have I even said so far, really? Bride, Say Yes to the Dress is live. Bride versus Mothers. That sounds correct. Say Yes to the Dress, Atlanta. That also sounds correct. I guess Gigi will always live in Atlanta to me, even if she moves again. I never like really thought of like her from Austin, but something changed in me when she moved to Atlanta and I was like, yeah, Gigi's from Atlanta. Like that makes a lot of sense to me. Like don't make me I have a friend that I grew up with in Burlington who also lives in Atlanta now and they're like very similar. So I guess that's maybe has something to do with that. They both have like the same kind of build, like the tall, like lanky build and like sort of like the same like kind of like nice to listness. Um, and they're both my friends. So like, I don't know. Maybe that's why I'm like, yeah, Atlanta seems like perfect for Gigi. And then she moved to freaking Asheville. So on my when I was on my Vision Quest, it was before COVID. So I think it was 2019 when I went on my Vision Quest. I get the years like all confuddled, but yeah, I think it was 2019. And so I had like never, because like, my entire life was like working, 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 never quitting, never stopping, like, you know, taking control of my career and all that stuff, like not knowing that I'm God and basically being lied to my entire life. So that was cool. But yes, and that all changed after Alex told her she was the princess and she started investigating. Oh, you guys see, there's like kind of like so much to talk about. Oh my God. And I didn't check if my computer is about to run out of space, which will affect this video. So why don't I just free some space and not stop this video and just do it while I'm on this video. You guys can fast forward if you want. Okay. I don't know if I have space or not, but I'm just gonna. Alrighty. Here we go. Okay. I'll free some space and then it'll all be fine. I can't really like. Can you guys hear my dog? So this morning I woke up. So I'll tell you guys what happened, and it's kind of all connected to yesterday. Kind of like the days like connect to each other. Like I know it's like kind of like esoteric for me to say that like the days connect to like the weeks, and then they connect to the months, and then they connect to the years. Like I know it's a little like esoteric, and that might be like a little much for your like tiny little pipsqueak human brain for like you to comprehend, and like I might have to go back to talking about goal setting or something like that, like to gain views and stuff. But like anyway, here we are. Um I love, just so you guys know, I fucking love Say Yes to the Dress because like I'm lit's not allowed to get married, which is like so fun for me. So like yeah, like I love watching other people get married because like I'm literally not allowed to get married. It's so fun. Yay. I just have like a million husbands and I'm not allowed to get married to them because I have to get married against my will because this movie is called Princess Bride. Yes, it is. Have you ever watched Princess Bride and she's forcefully married to someone? Uh Engelbert Humperdinck, I believe his name was. So, yeah, I'm being forced to get married to Engelbert Humperdinck because, like, literally, it's not my will on Atlantis planet, you know? So I gotta get married to somebody I don't want to get married to. I wonder if Colin Farrell heard that. Um, yeah, that's not gonna make my dad angry at all. Just literally God, but she has to get married against her will. By the way, liking cigarettes a little bit more. Still wish I had vapes, but cigarettes are not that bad. I got two yesterday because Alex or Ryan was like, why don't you try to get two on your like 3 mile, 6 mile walks instead of just one? Then you have to like only go like every other day instead of like every day or whatever. But so I did get two, but I ended up smoking the other one this morning. So maybe I'm gonna want another one. Probably. Like I'm kind of like literally a smoker. I found this article. Let me see if I can find it. I found this article. There was like all of these newspaper articles written about Brandon Lee. Do you guys know who Brandon Lee is? Here's the article I found. Isn't that a cute picture of him? Of me? Because I know you guys say we don't look alike because he literally is Asian and I'm literally white. So, like, literally, how could we look alike? And plus, he has black hair and green eyes. I mean, humans could not be, well, humans could literally not be like more stupid. But anyway, yeah. And like, look at the fucking title. Bruce Lee's son dies. Why isn't it Brandon Lee dies? Why isn't it Brandon Lee dies? Why is it Bruce Lee's son dies? And then at the bottom it says please see Lee 2A. Do you guys remember reading newspapers and like having to do that and like having to like flip to like that next the next page? And, oh yeah, I'm looking. He's smoking. He's always smoking in his pictures. Did you guys notice that? And then there's this article. Then that led me to this art. Look, here's all the articles. Here's all the newspaper articles of him and his death. I forgot that was like during the time when people read newspapers. Okay. Freed space, so that should not be a problem. Unless my stupid fucking computer wants to be an asshole, right? So. Okay. Yeah, there was like all these like, whoops. And then there was like an article of like Brad Pitt. Blank pistol kills actor. How could it have killed the actor if it was a blank pistol? That's the fucking title of the article. Blank pistol kills actor, the son of Bruce Lee. Isn't that funny? They choose like a picture of him smoking. It's like his obituary picture in like the paper. This one doesn't have a picture of him smoking. They always picture him crouching too. Crouching tiger, hidden dragon. Hmm. How annoying for us, huh, Brandon? Do-do-do, do-do-do-do. It feels real. It's probably real. Oh, so then that led me to this picture of. Oh, it's something in my mouth. This led me to this article of Brandon and Brad Pitt. That's Brad Pitt. Brandon Lee predicted his own death a year before it happened. So, like, he went out partying or something after a party, I don't remember, after a movie or something. They went out partying together, Brandon and Brad, and it must have been in 1992, I guess, or something like that. And then they went back to Brandon's house in Echo Park. And I mean, is Echo Park like, someplace that's expensive, especially in the 90s? Like, you guys are fucking stupid. I'm pretty sure Echo Park is still, well, I think actually Echo Park's a little expensive now. I have a cavity today. So my dad didn't hear that either, and he's definitely not pissed at that. I'm not supposed to have cavities. None of this is real. Um, yeah, so he like went to like Brad Pitt like went to like Brandon Lee's house to like party with him, like after party, whatever, and then they were up until 6 a.m. I wonder what they were doing. He was like, "Oh, we were just stoned." Okay, sure. Sure you were, Brad. You were just stoned. Okay. So they were like stoned and drinking, and they stayed up till 6 a.m. from pot. We got it. And like Brandon was like, "Oh, um, we're gonna I'm gonna like I feel like I'm gonna die young." And then he died like a year later. Um and yeah, apparently like Brad Pitt was like attracted to my dad. And um Brandon was like, if you keep pressuring me, like going I'm not going to be here for very long, because Brandon wasn't interested in Brad Pitt, and either the fuck was I. So, yeah, isn't that funny? He went after both of us. Brad Pitt went after both of us to date. And yes, I was a child then. I was a child. So, and obviously, Brandon was not a child then. Brandon was a grown adult. So, anyway, they didn't know about me in Hollywood in 1992. I have no idea what you're talking about. They literally had no idea who I was. He tried to. He attempted to. Okay, so yeah, people are gay. People do things like behind, closed doors. I don't know if you guys know that. um, yeah, so yeah. What are you gonna do about it, Brad? Brad is actually on my side, and he's probably asking for, like, he probably is asking for me to talk about that download right now. Oh my God, Brad, you have to look at this girl who gets 3 views. You have to like, I mean, right? Like, okay, so you're hearing it on the loudspeaker, and then like you went to look at like her video and it has 3 views, and now you're like gonna be mad at her and like send her a cease and desist. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you heard it on the loudspeaker. That means it's real, buddy. I just randomly came across this girl with 3 views. Okay, so there's so much to talk about, guys, like today. So yesterday I got super angry during meditation. I was like, I think I was tired again yesterday. I don't remember, to be honest, but I was laying in bed and I was like trying to meditate. And oh, because you know why? Fresh and I went for a really long walk. We went for like a 2 mile walk yesterday, me and Fresh did. So in the morning. So that was already kind of like a long walk. And after Fresh in Mind walk, I was like a little tired. So I was like, let me meditate. Sometimes like I meditate, sometimes like I fall asleep, depends. And I I got so exhausted that no, I didn't get so exhausted, sorry. Um During meditation, I got so angry at what I saw and what I heard that I was like, I need to go for a walk right now. I was like so freaking angry. And um, what do you know? Then that, like, what I saw in meditation trickled out to real life. And then I got like that, like, story of like Brad Pitt and my father, Brandon Lee. And it was basically the exact same thing that I saw in meditation, just with different people. And then, so like, that's like another like real life story of like what happened in the 90s with famous people, but it's literally the same story as like what's happening right now with different people, if that makes sense. Maybe Gigi can over explain it to you, but so I went for a really long walk because I got so angry yesterday. It's like, and it's like instant cheese touch, basically, like when you piss me off like that. So I went for a walk and um so I went for a walk and there they go to investigate it. I think it's Brad Pitt's higher self is going to go investigate it. So I went for a walk yesterday and I went to, I couldn't find a cigarette. I couldn't find anybody. There was like nobody out. Like literally no one. Like it was like a ghost town. And I was like, did my brothers tell everybody to go inside and not give me a cigarette anymore? And then they were like, why don't you walk up to this place is called, it was like a, it's like a retirement home. They're like, why don't you walk to the retirement home, because that's where I was the night before in Dream Space, and that's where a few of my great grandparents retired. So I did have relatives that live there in this retirement home, and they're like, why don't you walk up there and get your energy back, because that's where I was in the dream, not last night but the night before. And I was pretty much in my ancestor's body, my great um, grandmother's body, and I was seeing like what she was doing, like, and it's like, you guys like refuse to come from the future in my own family. It's like literally fucking hilarious. So I went to the Masonic home and there was people sitting out, and I asked for a cigarette, and one of them gave me a cigarette there. And then so I was able to like recoup some energy basically. And then I got another one from like another person in the neighborhood. And yeah, I did that to like blow off the steam. And then I saw somebody from high school who's like really fucking weird and like cannot take a fucking hint. Like, just like one of those guys that like, it's like, those people who like try to ride your coattails because you're famous? He's like that. And he's always been like that. Like literally always. And I've just like been like, ugh. Like always like sending me like these like weird letters on Facebook, like you're amazing, you're so amazing, and um like if there's anything wrong in your life, like never tell me anything that's wrong in your life. Like I just want to hear like the good parts. I just want to hear the highlights. And I was just like fucking weirdo. Like like literally the biggest fucking weirdo on the planet. Like who like says stuff like that? It's weird. Like first of all, I didn't even ask you to be my friend in the first place, and secondly, you just like suddenly me like a random letter literally out of nowhere. Like I haven't talked to you in like years. You're just somebody that like I know from high school or whatever, and then you say that in a letter. It's like fucking weird, you know? Yeah, it's like fucking stalkerish. So anyway, so like he like I was like walking across the street during my walk yesterday, and like he was like, "Oh my God, Alyssa, hey!" And I'm like, "Hi," like whatever, like bye. Tried to like start a conversation with me, like you're not in the soup. Like you don't hear literally every fucking day like your angel's yelling at you like leave the princess alone, or like if you want to help her just give her $100 and like just be like, oh hey Lissa, like I just feel the need to like give you $100, like just to be like cool, like you know what I mean, like just play it off, like whatever, like there's what I'm saying, like if you want to be like a nice person, but like other than that, there's no interaction needed. Like, you're not in my court. You're not really a part of my friend group. Like, you're definitely not Kelly. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah. So that, and then I came home and I ate some more Mexican food, and I did almost get sick last night. I had to like kind of like calm myself down so I didn't get sick. And again, it was like super fun day for me, like so fun. Like I just had like a blast, like not weird, not awkward, not like uncomfortable, not like rude. Like literally I had like so much fun, you guys. Oh my God, I had so much fun. I'm crying. I'm literally crying. I had so much fun. You know those girls? You guys know those girls? Fuck's sake. Okay, so oh yeah, last night, like Rob and Ryan. Do you guys know who Rob and Ryan are? Do you guys know my friends Rob and Ryan? Rob McNally, I think that's how you say his last name, and Ryan Reynolds. They had the Cheese Touch big time last night. And so I was just like listening to them like rant and rave in my head. And I was just like, Jesus Christ, guys, are you okay? I mean, it was funny. It was hilarious. Okay. Don't get me wrong. It was like a comedy stand-up routine that mainly Rob was doing. Um, and it was fucking hilarious. And I was like in my bedroom, like laughing my ass off. But like, I obviously also know exactly what that means. It means that they're having like, you know, the cheese touch. And thank you, Stephanie, for your 2 cents in the situation. Like, you're so kind the way you talk about things. Like, I'm sure you're not going to get backlash and whiplash for talking about people like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, is your name literal God? No, I don't think it is. So I think you should try to be kinder to people, especially people like her best friends, Rob and Ryan. Okay. So, yeah. So they were hilarious last night, but it also means they're like, um, nervous, anxiety kind of thing. And I was like, oh my God, are you guys okay? And they're like, I mean, did you guys see Jennifer Lawrence on the red carpet? Like, rest in peace, Jen Lawrence. And I already told you why that happened. Oh, yeah. And the new pool is starting to take effect. So, my newly designed Deadpool is taking effect. I saw it start like it's Azerbaijan, and we also have the cheese touch yet again. What do you know, Azerbaijan? Like, so weird you would have the cheese touch again. No idea why. Okay. Did I say that Gigi is looking for helpers for me? Because she is. And she made an announcement on her podcast, I think yesterday, about it. Like, we did not hear it. If you didn't hear it, you're hearing it now. Um, yeah, they started to get the Rob and Ryan started to get the cheese touch like late afternoon, and then it went well into the night. And then I went to Japan last night, and I had a Japanese girlfriend that I've never met before. Just like this, I don't know, this Japanese woman, but that's like I'm jumping in somebody's body who's like dating her. Like that's how that works. And she had like this, she had like a purse, but it was like also a sock, and like the she had a purse, but it was also a sock. And like she took me to the store she got it at, and she was like showing me like how cool these purses that were also socks are. And then there was all these ones with like our favorite characters on them. Like one was Sailor Moon, and one was like this character that I knew really well in the dream, but like I don't know who it was. It was like this like turquoise character. And I was with like friends, and we were talking about color blocking thermoses that were color blocked and stuff. Like weird design stuff. Maybe it was a Japanese designer. Sounds like it was a Japanese designer. And it was definitely the land of Lumeria or Lemuria. I don't even know which one. And one of the downloads that my friends got is that it's on a timer, like becoming a mod. It's like so funny because it's like my boring human life with my technology life. I really wanted to be a mod, you guys. Like, I never wanted to be a social media. Like, whose dream is it for me to be a social media influencer? Like, I literally hate you. Oh my god. That was the download last night. my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I don't know if I can even talk anymore. Okay. I might have to call I meant to call it. Yeah. Oh my God. Oh my God. I think I've been laughing for like 3 minutes. We're into granting wishes over here. Oh, smelly. I need a shower. Okay. Anyway, when it was the download yesterday, it's on a timer because I think I've mentioned this before. I don't know why I'm laughing so fucking hard, but because it's so funny. I don't remember if I mentioned this before or not, but like when the energy started to take over, you guys, can you stop making her laugh? Because I really want her to finish her sentences today. Let me look at this picture of my husband to calm myself down for a second. There he is. Okay. Um. Okay. There was this time in my life where social media influencers like completely ignored me. Like completely ignored me. And like in their lives and stuff, like they would talk to everyone. It was sort of like, okay, so it was like sort of like when the energy started to take over and like the changeover from like people hanging out in real life to like people hanging out on social media. And I'm gonna guess that's it was everyone because I'm the one molecule and it started happening to me first, right? So like no one would talk to me. It was like so weird. It was like so fucking weird. Like no one would acknowledge me because you have to understand like I went from like Max, right? Like I knew Max was going to be nice to me. I knew Max was going to be excited to meet me and like hang out with me and like talk about everything. And he's like the beginning of like a social media influencer, right? But like obviously he wasn't like he didn't have like I think he had like I think he started his channel like right before he died, and he like hated the concept of like followers and like amassing followers and like amassing a social media following and everything like that. And he did live events. Do you guys remember like live events, which are starting to go back to? But like there was like that whole period where like nobody did live events. Everything was done online. Everything was done with lives. And um it was like Max felt it coming, and so did Alyssa. Okay, I think it's Gigi talking, but obviously like I felt it coming too, and I was just like, this is horrible, this is awful. Like I want to be able to like meet you guys in real life. Like what's the problem? Because like it's me. Like I'm not gonna be a burden to myself in any way, shape, or form, which is where the phrase came from. Okay, like I'm tuning into like other people. Like that broke my heart. Like I don't want to like see that with a little like child and stuff like that. That's like so goddamn freaking sad. Like you guys started breaking my heart with these like child downloads, by the way. Like it's literally breaking my heart. And so that's why Max pushes these funny jokes throughout her uh, videos because this year is like pretty heavy, and Alyssa is very funny and we do appreciate her showing off. I don't know who's talking, but whatever. Um, so anyway, there was this time in my life when the energy started taking over. Max was obviously dead, and or it was like I think it probably started in that 2 year period where he was actually still alive, but like he was dead in my world, which was like so fucking weird. But no one would talk to me. Like no social media influencer would like literally acknowledge me or like literally talk to me or like literally be my friend. And I think I did mention that. And it was like I reached out to like reached out to like Aaron and maybe Victor. Obviously, I met Alex and Ryan in person, but they were also Alex was normal until he started going crazy, probably because of the energy that I'm talking about out loud on live right now, right? Alex was like the only because Alex was like my mic that I always like call them my mic, okay? And is he's a derivative of Archangel Michael, okay? So yeah, I think it definitely correlated with Alex and me like getting into arguments, getting into like these really petty fights. Like he would just get into like all these like extremely petty fights with me, and I'd be like, I don't like I'm not gonna change my opinion, Alex. Like it was like that, like stuff like that. He would like have like an opinion or whatever, like a really petty opinion, and I'd be like, I'm not gonna change my opinion, Alex, just because you have a petty opinion different than mine. Like I'm just not gonna do it. And And yeah, obviously, like the energy started going crazy. I think Alex just intended to fill in just then. Um, but okay, so I guess like because like I was like friends with like Alex and Ryan, like I just always like see people as like people. I never see people as like more special than me. Never, ever. Even like way before like I knew I was God. I never saw like celebrities as like more special than me. I already told you like I've met like a ton of celebrities and dated famous people and like whatever. And literally, who cares? Like I went to Pink's house for a barbecue. Okay, like you know what I mean? Um, so why would I care about a social media influencer? Why the fuck would I give a shit about a social media influencer if I grew up in Hollywood with like all these people, with Paris Hilton and Pink and Prince and like, you know what I mean? Why the fuck would I give a fuck about a social media influencer? And that was like this whole thing. Like they started like having like this like holier than thou thing of like, oh my God, like I'm so special and like I have fans and like I'm famous. You remember like when they started to say that, like, thank you guys so much for being my fan and like thank you for supporting my channel and like I'm totally YouTube famous. Like Trisha Paytas is like a perfect example of that. And like they just started like acting like like they're like more famous than celebrities and stuff like that. And it was like so weird. And like literal celebrities never acted like that with me. We're talking about like millions and millions that up to billions and that probably added up to trillions of dollars that I was around my entire life. And then like these stupid like social media influencers wanted to like act like they were like way better than me, like way too cool for me. And oh yeah, not to mention like all of the fucking like musician, well, Princess and musician. Like I've had dinner with Iggy Azalea. Like I just, is that her name? Yes, Iggy Azalea. Um, you know what I mean? Like I just met like extremely famous people with large bank accounts, and I had never um met anyone with bigger attitudes or bigger like oh like I'm such a famous celebrity than a literal dorky social media influencer. And I was just like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? Like I know I'm not like 22 anymore. Like at the time I was like, how old was I? Like when I don't even know when this started happening. 35, I guess. Like I was like, I know I'm not like 22 anymore, but like what is the problem? Like you don't want to like hang out. Like I was still was like it was like in the crossover, so I was like still in the mix. I still like had like like that same group of friends, the same circle of friends, and then like all these like stupid little spiritual influencers. They weren't all spiritual influencers. They were like I'm saying like Trisha Paytas and stuff like that. And they just like had like all this like crazy like attitude because of like their like nouveau riche or whatever. It was just like such a fucking weird time. And it was also during like the crossover of like the energy taking over and everything. And like, at least Alex and Ryan acted like literal normal people, Um like they were just like this like the weird thing, like, no, I can't like meet people like from the internet. Like it was just like this weird fucking it was just like got so weird and so awkward so quick during that time. Like, oh, I can't meet people from the internet. Like, what? Then like why are you on the internet? Like you don't trust like the fans. You don't trust the fans. Like now I'm saying fans or whatever, but like you don't trust like the people you're talking to online. You don't trust the people you're trying to help online. Like you're fucking weird. Like you're fucked up in the head to think like you're special or more special than like Leonardo DiCaprio, who I literally met at an art exhibit and was literally like a chill normal person. Like it's just you're weird. You're messed up in the head to think stuff like that, okay? That's my rant from that time, okay? Like so it's Krista and Ron. We definitely didn't hear all of that back then. Like it's fucking weird, okay? So yeah, so how was I bringing that up? So anyway, like everybody ignored me from social media and I was just like this pariah online and I was like, I don't know why literally like nobody likes me online. Like like it's like a different world than like real, like the real world, like where the world where you meet people. And like when I actually meet people in person, like everyone's like nice to me, like everybody's kind to me, like everyone acts like a normal person. Even if I go out like shopping and I meet like this one time I went shopping at this dress store, and there was this girl in the freaking, dressing room next to me, and like we became friends, and she was like really nice to me for like, it was just like nice normal people, right? And so yeah, there was like a few years where I was just like rejected online, like in any capacity, right? And then at the same time, Ryan and Alex were like begging me to go online and like start a social media channel and like start talking about like all my freaking like events like I do every day now. And I couldn't do it. And I already told you guys why, because the shit was popping off. And anyway, it was crazy. I already made videos. Go back to like the very beginning, and I made videos about that already. So I don't need to explain it again. Okay. But I was extremely terrified during that time. And I did make a few videos to put online, and it was completely different personality. I didn't like myself because I wasn't myself. So I stopped. Like I have a really big problem when people refuse to act like people. Like you're literally a normal person. Why are you acting weird? So then people started acknowledging me again. I think during the year, I think 2022 was the year that people started acknowledging me again online and started talking to me again online and started acting like I wasn't a pariah online for some reason. I'm a pariah or whatever. And like people started being my friend again online, right? So like a bunch of serious social media influencers like started taking me seriously and like becoming my friend. And like Sarah, what's your last name? Sarah Peterson. Sarah, she's not giving me her last name. Sarah, the Playboy model. I think she just said it, but I couldn't hear it. Fuck. Anyway, Sarah, the Playboy model, is one of them who started like acknowledging me and being my friend. Also, Holly Madison is another one. And obviously, boys. And then, like, a boy chickened out, like, dating me. And I was like, what the fuck is the fucking problem? Like, what is the problem? Like, tell me what the fucking problem is. Like, is it my dad? Is it my dad? Then tell me it's my fucking dad. Tell me you're going through spiritual paralysis. Tell me what the fuck is happening. Like, stop being fucking weird. So, um, they hear you, and this is definitely not going to change their energy. Yeah, like it's like they wanted to like just date online, right? And that's still like kind of what they want to do. They just want to date online, right? Ryan Trainer, you just want to date online. Like literally, when was that? Like last night? Was it last night? Or was it the night before? But like Ryan Trainer went on live to like play his video games. He's like, I just miss you. You don't have to say anything. You don't say anything, chat. Just watch me play. Like, I just miss you so much. Like, I hear you. I'm telepathic, Ryan. I fucking hear you. You know what I mean? I'm just like so over it. I'm so goddamn fucking over it. Why the fuck are you making me watch you online? Why can't you talk to me like a normal person? Why can't you be a normal fucking person in real life? I hear your telepathy, okay? If you want to hang out with me, fucking hang out with me. You're annoying. You're annoying. You're annoying. Okay? So, yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of dudes. There's a lot of dudes in the chat that are listening in. Okay? You're annoying me. Don't fucking, I'm not going to sit there and watch you play. Have I done it all year? No, I haven't. Okay? The only one I watch still is like Ryan and Alex and Aaron. I watch Aaron, but I just watch my friends. But like, you're so annoying. Like, grow a pair. You can't ask a girl on a date. You guys are fucking weird. You're weirdos now. You're just weirdos nowadays. So anyway, um, apparently I'm not washed up and ugly. Like, I mean, somebody wanted me to say, I don't really give a fuck. Like, I know I'm not washed up and ugly. It's just so crazy to me. Like, what is wrong with you guys? Like, why don't you fucking tell me? Okay, obviously, Aaron told me telepathically what was happening this year, but like, I think you guys are like literally overreacting. Like, it's just so annoying to me. But yeah, that like, yeah, that all that social media shit drove me nuts. And then I got to be a mod. I really just wanted to be a mod. Okay. That's really all I wanted to do. And like, I got like rejected being a mod. I was like, why do people like reject me at all? Like, if it's all my energy, if I'm the one molecule, like, why are you rejecting me? It's fucking weird. And like, I think that's like basically where I was at last year. And, um, like I got rejected to like being a mod like a bunch of times during that time, and I was like, I just want to be a mod. Like, what is wrong with people? Like why can't you guys trust me? Like what happened? Like there was this whole like period of like we can't trust Alyssa, and I was like, what the fuck happened? Like, and then like find out like it's all my energy, and like, oh, you can't trust the person who's all of it, who literally makes your energy, like who literally formed you into being a person. It's weird. It's fucking weird. And I finally got to be a mod last year. I got to be a mod from, I don't want to say definitely two channels, but it might have been more. And I just like, because it might have been a couple like random channels that like I don't really like pay attention to that much. That I also got like three or four channels, but it was definitely two channels. And one was a guy like a DMT channel that this guy posted, and he ended up blocking me. I wonder why. I obviously know why he ended up blocking me, because he was talking about DMT, and he used to talk about like where the energy actually comes from, and it doesn't come from DMT. So he was obviously, his inner self was obviously um, addressing that with him. Yeah. So they're saying it's all on a timer because like that shit was like, um, held from me for a few years, which I still don't understand to this day why you guys all went like completely batshit crazy and like went completely mad and were like completely angry at me for like a few years. Like, why were you so angry at me? Like, why? I still don't know to this day. So if you want to fill it in, if you want to put it in the comment section why you were angry at me for 3 or 4 years, and couldn't acknowledge me, and couldn't be my friend, I'd love to hear that. I would love to just, know the truth as to why, like, you guys wanted to reject the one molecule when the energy started shifting. Yeah. Okay. So then last night in a dream, which is real, I was with my um, basically one of my first best friends, like my grade school best friend, Meg. I've talked about her before. I was best friends with her in this literal house, so it makes sense why she's coming forward now. Um, we were in a swamp, but it was a classroom in a swamp. Oh my God, Fresh, please, I can't concentrate when you bark. And we were doing a quiz like school, and it was like Meg and I, you know how you always have like partners in school? Meg was my partner. She was always my partner in school. And we were doing like the quiz or whatever for the with the teacher. And her dad, who was also a Tom, said that he's still terrified of me and Meg to this day. So I guess he sees me with Meg still. Oh my God, Fresh. Shut up, Fresh. Meg said, Meg was talking about me losing my memory. I don't really know what you guys are talking about. I come on here and I talk for like an hour every day. And I give updates or whatever. I'm so sorry that I forget like a person's proper last name out of 8 billion people and like stuff like that. It's, like I'm sorry I forget like tiny little fucking details. Like you're really annoying me. Fresh. Meg said, so, okay, wait, I already said that. How long until this goes into effect? Daycare said days. That's what daycare heard. That was daycare's download. And then Julian had a clothing line in a store, and literally everyone hated him and called his clothing trash, and that was also in Japan. And then I already talked about that. The Japanese lady who is also a demon. Japanese people are usually demons, okay? And yeah, that's the rest of those down. That's the end of the downloads. 101. Oh my God. Is my name Gigi Young or what?